Hello and welcome to episode 15.
I'm not holding a foot up.
Yeah, there's way too many digits to hold up now. I'll tell you what, I'll hold up 5. Somebody else hold up 5 quick.
There we go. We leave it.
First 3 in.
Leave it up.
So at the end of last episode, the party were kind enough to allow Andros the benefit of the doubt and to let him live. Andros has now left. Whether the party meet him again or not, we will never know. You are all currently heading back into Tugton and waving goodbye to Andros. You can see he does look a bit lost and he needs some time to sort himself out. So the rest of you...
I think he looked a little grey.
A little pale. He is on the edge of Tugton. Oh, you're all on the edge of Tugton.
Teeth.
He didn't have sharp teeth, no.
Yet.
So what are you all going to do? You've all made it back into town.
We need to speak to Feldon Jack, because there's a big pile of money waiting for us.
Yes, there is.
Do we have Blake and...
Yes, I think we need to look after
do.
somebody's hands, don't we?
Yeah, I would have stopped his bleeding if that's
He wasn't really bleeding from his hands very much. They have holes in them. He snapped the arrows and didn't try and pull, obviously, the arrow through one way or the other.
Going to tell everybody there was stigmata, are we?
Yeah. He's not very happy, and he could do with going somewhere. He does say to you, thank you for not killing him. No, he kind of wants to go home to his dad. He does say to you that thanks for making sure that Blake doesn't kill him.
You're a twat, but you should not be killed for such a thing.
Taglin says that he doesn't know how much you've gone through the stuff in his room, but there are some things that he managed to get out of that place when he went in there, first of all, that you might be interested in, and he doesn't want them anymore. He's learned his lesson not to meddle in such strange artifacts.
Yes,
so at some point, if you do want to come over there, maybe tomorrow or something when she's sorted himself out, and
look over at
it's
Rhiv.
fine.
How much stuff is left behind?
Most of it's glassware and stuff.
I'd say there's enough to warrant a second look.
Ah, good.
The thing is, Rhiv, you wouldn't have really have known what was special and what not. It's not really your field of expertise. Obviously, if it was gems and shinies and gold, then that would have been your field of expertise. Bye.
Blake,
Hmm.
would you like to come for a drink?
Tonight, I'm going to go back to my place for now.
Yes.
Get something to eat, get out of his swamp gear, and into something more relaxing. And then this evening, he'll more than interested for you all to go to the tavern, if that's what you wish.
Well, what about finding this guy, or should we wait till the morning to seek him out?
Feldon Jack.
Correct.
We can go there now, because we'd still have to buy beer off him as well.
I think we deserve free beer, actually, Ash.
The time of day at the moment is it's about midday.
Free beer? I'm talking about the barrels that we have to buy for the barman back at the other place.
Baletown.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It'd be good if we can get those for free then, wouldn't it?
Well, actually, before we go and see him, though, I do smell of swamp.
And we need to change.
Swamp
You
gets
always smell of swamp.
I want to.
No, that's the general
bath.
smell of swamp around here. Bath. Excellent idea.
This is true. You did have an awful lot of, first of all, swamp water fall on you. Then you fell into an area that was really old and horrible.
Yeah.
And then bones exploded over a lot of you as dust. So
I've definitely got bone repelling robes, definitely.
they don't really turn people away from the local tavern, but I mean, you might be the first.
Yeah.
Are we all like covered in a fine white dust, aren't we?
Do we actually have a bath at the house? Do we actually have a bath at the house?
We must do.
No, you don't actually have.
Not the house.
Ah.
At the inn. We do, don't we?
Have some empty barrels.
Correct. You have barrels at the house, and you can probably set up something to wash yourself. The only thing you didn't have at your house at the moment is your own well, so you were having to walk to another place to get water.
Could I use my engineering to potch something together?
Well, if you go to your house and have a look around, maybe.
Okay.
That's where we're
I
going.
guess we'd better go.
We are
to
going to
the
head
house,
back to the house then.
Someone
yeah.
to change.
By the way,
Let's go to
Emrys,
house.
it's not a fine white dust. It's more like a fine grey paste.
So, as you can see, lots of things have changed.
Wow, look at that.
The 4 NPCs that you have got rush over to you in a group and start blurting out all kinds of information at you. It seems they got information to tell you about the house, about other things going on. But to list it all, you have at the back of the house, there's an area they've cleared. Although on the map it shows little plants, there's no plants there yet. It's just an area that Traeth can use to either grow crops or herbs or wherever you wish. They went out this morning and helped a load of farmers bring in some of their autumn harvest. In doing so, they've come back with a load of straw and hay. They've started to put together straw archery targets at the back of the house area. They're not finished, but I mean, you can start shooting them now if you want to. The tent is theirs. The tent is because they have nowhere to sleep when they're working on your property, so they've put up their own tent so they can sleep in there and work through the night and wherever else they want to do.
Bless.
I know. Aww.
Don't worry, we'll give them an apartment in the basement when they get older.
Awesome. Build a tower. Room in Emrys's tower that he wants. So
I think so.
At the
They
bottom,
like it in there. It'll be filled with bats.
it'll be filled with very dodgy things.
Guano everywhere.
Wizard Tower is
Wonderful.
definitely going to be floor to ceiling bookcases.
Oh God, yes.
All it's going to be.
At the
No
bottom,
beds, nothing.
at the bottom of the screen, you can see that's actually just a lean-to made out of straw. It's not anything fancy. It's just they've put some kind of shelter there whereby their horses, those 2 horses you can see are theirs, can be put somewhere whereby they can just have a little bit of shelter to themselves. It's not really a proper structure yet. And on the one side where I will ping now, you'll see the beginnings of them framing out a well. The water table in this area is sodden and it's easy to get to water, so it doesn't need to be very deep, but it isn't actually functional at the moment. They do need to dig slightly deeper and finish framing it for that to be functional. So although it looks like lots have changed, it's not actually much has changed, but it's all they could do in a short amount of time. Faye, the female of the NPC group that seems to be their current leader, eventually gets all the others to stop yelling stuff at you and asks or gives you 2 key pieces of information. The first is they want to know what your organization is going to be called, because they, as far as they're concerned, are part of your organization.
That means we're organized.
Well, they think you are, because you're the heroes. So they want to know what they're called, and if the audience or yourselves want to design some kind of sigil, coat of arms, whatever that can be used on a banner or tabards and things, then they will erect some kind of tabard, etc. up for the organization outside of your shack. The second thing they tell you, apparently, last night, in the local tavern, some guy just went nuts and started destroying furniture, turning up tables, and going everywhere trying to find something. He didn't harm somebody, but he did so much damage that he ended up getting arrested.
He was missing something like a key, perhaps?
Maybe. He
Okay.
got arrested. His
Maybe
belongings were
some
taken off him.
His thief took it.
He has been... The payment for the damage he's done has been taken from him, but until he calms down and promises to not continue to destroy things, he is currently in the jail in town. Over to you.
We've got some barrels. They were for beer. We'll need water, and I shall try and knock up some sort of hot water.
I'll chop some wood over here.
No.
Yeah. As far as things like empty barrels are concerned, I haven't put them on your map as such, but there will have been, just through the pure process of these guys working, all kinds of empty bits and pieces, mostly broken down into firewood, but you can probably find some large barrels big enough to cut in half and make some kind of like little...
Emrys and Rhiv, if you'd like to get the barrels, Traeth and Lumi...
I'll go with Lumi and get some water for them.
Exactly. Traeth and Lumi go and get water, and I shall start getting the fires prepared. Don't worry, I have soap and a brush.
Ooh.
Only Ash
nice.
can
Move it
carry soap.
What? Why? I quite like cleanliness. I will offer to clean anybody's back.
Ooh, would you be willing to do mine?
Happily, you can. I can definitely scrub you up.
Ooh, I haven't been exfoliated well in a while.
Again, this is an offer to anybody. Well, obviously, Lumi, I would, yes.
Painful.
Yeah, anybody, yes, no problem.
I was going to say that you are the Cub Scout of the party, but I'm now going to completely stay away from any reference of what you might be, now that you're offering to go around and exfoliate people.
I'm pretty sure somebody once called me a bear. I think that was the phrase they used.
Oh,
or was it a grizzly? I'm not too sure which. But anyway, moving on.
Swiftly.
There is a lot to be said about the noble bear.
Move on.
Right, you two are going to get water. Yeah?
Okay.
Excellent.
And I start potching around, getting things ready to make the baths and erect sort of like areas so we can like hide our modesty and the like.
As far as your baths and everything concerned, this is fine. I mean, not a problem. You can wash your clothes and get things sorted. And the other 4 NPCs that are here, they've got nothing else to do right now. They will try and get a lot of this stuff done for you. They'll go wash your clothes for you. Not a problem. Until your property gets big enough and to actually give you some kind of, proper bathing area, then it is literally going to be sitting outside in half a barrel.
Wow, that's a great bathing area under that tent over there, isn't it?
That's their tent.
That's their tent.
I've moved on. I just pointed, look, set them up over there. Just...
So, anyway, are we talking about our name?
Well, there are a few things actually that we need to do before we go talking about names, I think.
Good. I don't like the idea of...
discuss it over a beer.
That's a good idea. Emrys, if you're not busy, do you want to come on some errands? Maybe, possibly.
Secrets.
Certainly. Talk and walk. What would you like to say?
So, Rhiv and Emrys, you're going to go off on your own for a little bit of a wander, yeah? And Lumi is going to go off to ask for Feld and Jack if he can come out and play. No, sorry, that's a different conversation. So,
No.
Emrys and Rhiv are going off for a little walk. That's fine.
So it's just Lumi, Ash, and Traeth. Ash being very awkward. And
well, you are definitely a third wheel at the moment after what went on in that little dungeon.
Yeah, I know.
Have you got a spare thumb over there?
He's quite aware of that. Yes.
Ash, do you want to come with us?
No, fine. I'm happy being awkward here.
Oh well, don't say I didn't ask.
I do have a comb if anybody needs to like tidy up their hair and brush. And I'm going to go in the room now. Okay.
You only have 2 rooms, so I'll just guess at one of them randomly.
Well, yeah, I'm going to organise my stuff.
Okay.
So Emrys and Rhiv, are you doing your little chat now?
Yes.
Yeah, and actually going on errands.
Okay.
So I'm going to be heading over towards the blacksmith to pick up that crossbow of mine that I broke several episodes ago.
Hey.
But you
Only a
can't
day or
because
so.
it was me.
Correct. So you could really do with taking Ash with you because he would know who you are.
Hey.
I did not go with him. I'm sure.
No.
You did go with that.
You decided to go elsewhere.
But Ash did it rather. Yeah.
Well, right.
Ash went.
In which, instead of going to the blacksmith to get my crossbow back, grumble, we'll go to the leatherworker's place to see if they've finished with those snake skins.
Good call. Okay. give me a perception roll, general perception, both you, Rhiv, and Emrys.
That's a 99 from me.
99, not bad.
109.
Oof.
99 and 109. You guys are cheating. Okay, 109. Shock. The GM's calling me a cheat. No, it's fine. 109. Okay. This is a weird result on what I'm going to say, because I'm going to say Emrys doesn't spot anything, but Rhiv does, even though he rolled lower. And the reason why is Rhiv actually had an unknown bonus to this roll. When I tell you where it is, you'll understand why. So you walk in towards...
Dirty, stinking thief bonus.
It is, yeah. So as you're heading towards the leathersmiths, the tannery, you see a group of 3 people you haven't recognized so far from this little town of yours, little village. They're hanging together, and you both look over briefly on your way, and Rhiv spots some markings on their attire that he's seen before, but he didn't get a good enough look at them to actually work out exactly what those markings were. Now, your dilemma is going to be, the only way you're going to get to have a streetwise roll to find out what they are is to go back and double back on yourself and walk back towards them, which might be a little suspicious.
So what are they doing? They're just sort of chilling out?
Kind of like walking up to people. They won't walk up to you.
Wait a minute.
But...
I've forgotten that damn book. God, Rhiv, back this way. Go walk towards them.
Which book have you forgotten this time? How many do you even own?
Well, do you mean...
Don't answer that.
And we'll do this as we're walking by. Well, I mean, that's books... do you mean how many books have I brought? How many books am I carrying?
The right one you need. Otherwise, we wouldn't be going back for it in the first place.
If I had all my books with me, we're going to be in a lot of trouble, wouldn't we?
I've actually just rolled their streetwise to see whether or not they recognize you're acting suspicious. And the audience has just seen the roll. But let me just say, I would be rolling open-ended backwards at this point. They are clearly not even looking in your direction.
I noticed it.
Oh, like a fumble.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Yes, I'll stop, put my back down. Oh, I might have it. Oh, yes.
mean, just...
And while I'm doing that, hopefully Rhiv will get a good, clear view of the... and we'll just walk away then back. So
Rhiv...
They're obviously talking about something themselves.
Rhiv, on the roll I just made, you realise you could probably even walk up to these 3, plant something in their pocket and walk away, and they probably still wouldn't have noticed you.
Do I genuinely think that?
Yes, you do, but you think, obviously, really doing that, it's going to come down to your skill and whether you want to push the limits.
My fingers are going towards his ear.
He's still he's considering. Ow, 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 ow.
They are definitely preoccupied talking to somebody else.
Bloody apprentice.
To such a point, actually, you also notice that they kind of be almost slightly intimidating to the person they randomly stopped in the street, the 3 of them. Almost like in a bullying kind of status, the 3 of them.
Where, are these the guys from the other town?
When you say that, I don't even need to give Rhiv a roll. Rhiv, you notice the markings of the Red Eye gang, which is actually the gang that was in Baletown. The first place you were at.
Ooh,
okay, I'm going to try and like
after me.
Get Emrys to like hurry along to the tannery.
I've got you by your ear. We're moving.
Okay.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I get it. Ow, ow. Can you, ow, get off, get off, get off.
Let that be a lesson to you. Next one will be a Westminster.
So you head to the tannery. That's fine. You make your way across the town.
Before we go inside, I'll stop Emrys. Those guys back there, they're from Baletown.
Yes.
We've been followed here.
They're probably trying to find out what happened to our friend in the pub, aren't they? Having come and drawn a blank in town. So
I probably should
keep an eye on what's going on. They're also possibly searching for Ash. So we're better give him a nod. But he's at the residence at the moment, staying there. Perhaps we'll keep him there for a while. See if we can find out how many more of these individuals are in town.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
So what are you doing? Are you still going to go to the tannery, or?
Yeah, still going to the tannery.
Okay.
Going to get my snake skin, yo.
Yeah, you got the tannery. Not only have they actually managed to successfully tan all of the awesome snakeskin, that they have quite a few decent pieces, so that if you took those pieces to a tailor, there should be no reason why larger items like tunics, robes, or a cloak could not be made. There's enough large pieces there to make some reasonable clothing.
So what are we doing with these then? Cloaks, boots, a tunic, a bag. What are you feeling, Emrys?
I'm not sure.
We should ask the others first.
Yes, but let's. That would be good, though. We'll take them back to the residence and see what people want to choose. And exactly, there's quite a bit of it here. Excellent. Is there anything else you need to do? We need to go and see that.
Well, I do need to get my crossbow, but I need the big guy for that.
Now you have to be careful there.
Yep.
We'll go back and see Ash.
Okay, so while you're gone...
And we've got these as a good excuse to walk past them.
Yeah. So while you're gone, Traeth, Lumi, and Ash.
So one of the things that I wanted to do is have a quiet chat with Lumi whilst she is cleaning herself up regarding what happened down in the actual ruins. Just to kind of clear the air between us about what happened with Andros. Basically, it's, I'm so sorry. Can I clean your feet? And do you want your wings washed while you're in the bath?
In the ice cube bath.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna, because Traeth has not seen that before. I'm gonna make it icy.
That's cold and fresh. Nice.
Yep, just
Brisk,
how I like it.
Like a mountain stream falling from the highest heights in a waterfall.
Yes.
So, did you want your wings done, or is it helpful? Can you?
That would be helpful. I can't really reach the end. So, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Ash has soap and a brush. Let me get him out. Ash.
I was like, I've taken the armor off because, let's face it, it's minging. So I've got my my arming shirt underneath and my trews, and I come out. I've also undone my hair for the first time, so you haven't seen my hair down properly. So it's really quite long. It's usually done in like a knot at the back of the head. So yes, and oh my, it's.
Could I possibly get some of your soap, please?
Yeah, soap. Yes, soap.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's fine. Traeth will walk right up to him to get the soap, and then stroll back towards the
It appears to be cold in that water. Would
sorry.
No, not you. Would you like me? Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll go and get you have hair. I've got a brush, a comb, and some hair oil. Yes, I'm back into the room again.
Awesome.
Oh, he's also he's also quite tanned, but he's now very red in the face as well.
So clean up, soap up Lumi's wings.
Soapy wings.
Clean the ends and basically apologize. I'm so sorry that I didn't mention to you about what I saw in Andros until I'd already dropped him back into the pit.
Yeah, it was a shock.
I think the fact that he was left smoking from Emrys's light made me think that there was something dark about him. Something wrong. More wrong. And then when I searched my feelings to try and find out what was wrong about him. I just got a sense of unlife.
Might be right.
But you are correct. We should have given him a second chance. It was wrong of me to jump to a conclusion.
And you went into the side of that.
Yes. The side that is of life in me, that is druidic, that is tied into all things that live and thrive, even those that hunt other prey. The great spirit that binds the world together, the thing that I tap into as being a druid. Would you like to, I don't know, maybe talk about it over dinner more?
Oh.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Talk about it later.
Emrys, Rhiv, you get back. The NPCs are outside. They've actually made you all dinner while you've all been busy doing your own things. So you can quickly eat and discuss what you want to discuss.
Obviously, we've got armfuls of skin as well.
Oh yeah, excellent. They finished the snake skin.
And they managed to do them all.
Cloaks, or does somebody want some hide armor, or we can have cloaks or something?
Yeah, so have a think about what you'd like.
I'd like to point out that it would be very de rigueur to actually wander around in snakeskin armor. It would look like that. So, we will decide about that. So,
march up and down in front of the old man, you mean?
Well, there is that. So, now that we're clean and we're going to go to the pub after, most definitely to chat and celebrate the death of a fallen comrade, even though we didn't know him, but we're there for his friends. Is there anything else we have to do or talk about?
Get paid, get booze, and leave promptly. There are people
not to forget, Rhiv. We saw 3 of those characters from our previous residence, and they're here in town.
What
characters? People. The ones I think are also looking for you. The ones we killed them, one of their members, roughing up the barmaid.
Oh, maybe they're looking for us for killing him and stealing his money, or maybe they're after me because I escaped from them. But
probably
didn't kill anybody on the way out. No, maybe. But interesting. But I need to go back to Baletown, even if nobody else does, and I'm pretty sure Lumi would like to go back as well.
We will all go with you. Do not fear.
Oh, thank you. Because if I'm not mistaken, Lumi is not your person you were meant to be meeting. May they not be also tied up?
Yes.
Somebody somewhere has spilt the beans and has got our charges killed. But we can worry about that in a few days. I mean, we can always find these chaps and beat them until they tell us what we want to know, then kill them and leave them in the swamp.
That collection.
I don't know how
that's one way of doing things.
They are scum.
The world is full of them.
I'm going to step in and say, probably in a different life, I would have been one of them.
So then you would have been killed and left in a swamp, whichever. Currently, you are not. So therefore, you are not going to be killed and left in a swamp.
Good to know.
Excellent. So what do you want done with these 3 chaps?
Well, try and stay out of their way. Perhaps they're only here for a brief time. Let's go find out from the pub.
I'd much rather not kill them. If they don't report back, they're going to send more. And they may send more violent ones next time. So maybe...
Well, surely if they keep losing people every time they send them out, they'll stop sending people.
And if you kill these 3... And if you kill these 3 here, when we go back to Baletown, there'll be 3 less to kill.
There is some logic in that.
So you're going to head to the tavern?
I think we're going to have to.
Yeah.
Indeed. Find out what is...
I need you to get my...
We're at the tavern.
Just trying to give you... I mean, you've been here for a few days. You kind of know the routine for a lot of people here. So you tend to find that as it gets towards the evening, Feld and Jack will usually be at the tavern to socialise with the rest of his village folk. You can probably pop in and grab Blake or
go and have a word with this guy at...
Or Taglin, but I wouldn't potentially get both of them tonight. You probably want to leave one for a different night. Go to the tavern, but on the way you can either go past the jail as well if you want.
Yeah, go to see
Can
what
we
this
do a
character
loop?
is.
Can we go past the smith, then the jail?
You certainly can, yes.
Do you want me to go to the tavern in armor?
Hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel.
You're normally wearing it, Ash.
Yes. I can wear it. It won't be a problem. But I won't take the sword. That might stick out.
Is it safe to be wandering around somewhere where known assailants of us are hanging around in a group without arm or armor?
I wasn't going unarmed. I was going to take my hammer. But yes, I know what you're saying. I'll take the sword then. That's no problem.
As a quick side note,
Yep.
Tony, with the three of those members, were they armed at all?
You didn't see anything like huge, like massive swords or shields or stuff. From what your knowledge is of the gangs, you would have thought daggers, short swords, maybe light crossbows, stuff that's easily concealed by a cloak, nothing to avert.
So, why do you want to go to the jail to see this bloke and just wave this key at him?
Yeah. Well, no, don't
Oh,
mention
no,
the key
not
yet.
waving
We'll
it,
just see
not
what
waving
he's,
it, just-
what he's all about and what he has to say, maybe.
Ah.
Because I'd certainly like to know what he was doing with this key.
But then, if you do that, won't he realise that you have the key?
Oh, we're just asking him what he was looking for.
Why?
Because we're
You are nothing
inquisitive.
to him.
We are, and there's nothing to us at this stage without information.
All we know at the moment is he's some crazy guy that trashed a tavern. We could just be curious.
Ah, Gawkers.
Gawkers.
Well, we've been instructed by our local proprietor of this town to keep an eye on things. So I think we'll have a legitimate reason for asking, don't you?
No, but still.
Yes. We'll get over that, though.
The world is very much more black and white.
I
Rush.
love you no less, Ash.
Yeah. I think, thank you.
So the quick question then, are you going to pick up Blake or Taglin on the way tonight, or are you going to pick up
Blake.
them? Right, so Taglin you leave alone tonight, go past
Roger.
Blake's, pick up
Do you
Blake.
not want to check Taglin's rooms and see if there's anything there
Oh, we can do that
on
tomorrow.
the way past? Pick up Blake then and go to the inn with Blake.
I mean, you can quickly call in on Taglin. You don't get very close to Taglin before you realise that his dad is just yelling at him a lot, and he is doing his thing to try and keep his dad happy and getting him dinner and stuff.
Leave that till the morning.
Agreed.
Go past Blake's.
Yes.
Yeah, you think he could definitely do with getting out and having a few drinks. You could
Indeed.
also go past the blacksmith, in which case the blacksmith will say that he has learned everything he can learn. He's also fixed your light crossbow. So you can have the light crossbow back, fully repaired.
Rhiv, the crossbow that you have been given.
Ah, thank you.
Swap crossbows and
Yep.
hand the other one back to the blacksmith.
He's not in a position yet where he could improve your crossbow, but maybe giving a few months, maybe come back in the spring, he might have got some more ideas of how he can maybe increase the poundage and stuff.
Do you want to gawp at the madman then?
Gawp.
Yes, gawping that.
Okay.
Excellent.
You're going to go and gawp at the madman. Okay.
I shall remain outside.
Okay, you head into the jail area and you noticed some guy in black robes, black hood, in a jail cell, sat on his bed, just muttering to himself. You also have some of the town guards, and they notice you guys, and you've kind of earned yourself a bit of respect in town already without them even knowing about your recent deed. So they're quite happy for the five of you to just wander on in to the jail compound. And as long as you're not going to do anything too stupid, they're just going to let you just carry on.
Might have an issue then. Too stupid is our usual.
Isn't that the two that are going in to see him?
Rhiv and Emrys are going to go and see him. I don't particularly want to, so I'm going to stay outside.
Okay.
I will also stay outside.
Okay.
Lumi,
Time to rumble.
in or out?
I'll I'll stay outside. Too many cooks, you know.
We're here to have a chat with the gentleman you arrested yesterday for his shenanigans in the pub.
He's a bit of a weird one. You ought to see the gear he was carrying. Yeah, he seems to be okay. He's calm right now, but he...
May I peruse what you removed from his presence?
Not really.
Just a look. I don't need to touch anything.
Not really. Says it is his belongings. Not without him saying so. I mean, we are kind of like responsible for it.
Was he armed?
Only with a staff. And a dagger.
Don't like the sound of
Are they
that.
close?
You
Can I
can't
see them at all?
No.
No.
They'll be locked
Okay.
away.
Lead on.
You can see him through the jail cell.
Oh, I see. It's like
Right there.
It's not a door into a back cell. It's actually Western style with
it
bars.
is, yes. It's not a big
Right.
enough town to have like separate jails.
Has he got any water? Have you given him any water lately? Just hang a bottle and a cup and bring it over to him.
He looks up at you.
Are they treating you well?
And he looks at Rhiv.
Rhiv will just glance between Emrys and him, then back to Emrys, then back to him.
Seems you had a little bit of a
At last.
breakdown in the pub yesterday evening.
It is nice to meet you, Jenna Selectum. I wondered when our paths would cross.
I beg your pardon?
I do not know this commoner that is with you. But you, my friend, and with this he bows, and he stays with his head bowed.
I raise my eyebrows. A little bit, have a little look, shifty look left and right. Frowned. I think you must have me mistaken with somebody else. Who? Could you repeat that name again?
To me, you are already well known. I have seen you many times in my visions. Your name is Jenna Selectum, and I am at your service.
You've seen me in your dreams.
Many times.
Doing
Although
what?
you do not always appear as you appear now. Your clothes are so much more mundane right now.
Have we spoken? Or do you just see me?
I have hoped many times that we would speak. I have never seen such. But here you are. I am fortunate to have crossed paths with you, although I am afraid that I am here on sad tidings and not one probably worthy of yourself.
So, in your words, what happened yesterday that caused your behavior in such a manner?
My status, my charge, I have failed in doing it. I have lost an item that I was sworn to keep safe. An item that hopefully we would never need, but it is gone. So if you wish to punish me, I understand.
No need to be so hasty. Which item do you speak of?
I had a key that it's supposed to keep in things that should not be released. However, an alarm had been triggered at our location, and I am the high gatekeeper, and it is my responsibility to make sure that doors that should not ever be opened stay as such. And I was supposed to investigate and make sure that wards were kept up.
Where were you heading?
There is a location not that far from here in a nearby town, in a deep mine, where we keep those that should never exist. But the wards, the alarm wards, have been triggered, which means that something has gone very wrong. And now I have lost the key. I do not know what I can do. I might have to head there without the key and investigate as it is.
So what has been released?
Abominations.
Is that plural?
We fear that with so many abominations in one place, and life itself might have found a way to make something new. But
An amalgam.
we had nobody of such power that could do anything about it. I mean, you, Janice, you maybe could have done something if we'd found you earlier. But my vision had not told me that that was your path. So we had never hunted you.
This is grave news indeed.
What do you suggest I do? I await your counsel.
Well, if the wards that you speak of have been broken, you need to investigate what has happened. If this is your destiny and your vision of me,
I can do that.
I find very peculiar. And the name,
I can investigate. That I can do. Maybe it is best that I do just that. I may be able to hide from whatever has been let loose. And where can I find you? If I investigate, where do I find you again?
What distance is this place you go to from here?
It'll probably take me several days, but I have no idea how long I will need there. I know that I see you again soon. I've seen a vision where at the first fall of snow that our paths should cross. But that could be weeks from now.
Well, I think you should seek what you have to do. But obviously what you're talking about concerns all of this. Everyone, far and wide. Cannot say the name that you call me means much to me, but I am certain that all of what you are speaking of holds great danger to everyone.
Then it is so. I will depart here and not worry about what is gone. I will find out what I can.
We'll take a step forward. This key will help you undo what's happened.
Oh, if I could find it, at least I could try and make sure that the wards are placed back up, and if there's anything else there that has not got loose, keep it inside, and then we would have a chance maybe if we could bring the abomination back, I could rebind it, but without that, all I can do is gather information.
How likely is that chance you could keep whatever it is inside if you had the key?
I don't know. I need more information.
We'll take one glance up towards Emrys.
I'll nod.
Briefly. Then we're probably going to be needing this. And he'll take out the key and hand it through the bars towards him.
Do not suggest you lose this again.
I have no idea how you've come by this.
That is of no matter. It is of no matter. Important thing is that you reseal it, whatever it is that has somehow been released.
To find where I could not find, you truly are Genus Electum. I bow to you again. Let me give you something in return as a way of paying homage to you for being able to summon what I have lost. If you could get these people to let me free, I'm not going to destroy any more stuff. I have what I was looking for. I will honor you with a gift, and then I will get on with my duty and head there and see what I can find.
Yes, and that is far more urgent than anything. Okay. Have you paid your dues to the tavern?
They have taken enough from me to pay for my damage. I do not think I should go there.
I will turn to the jailers here. Our business is done with this gentleman. You could maybe release him.
Yeah, okay, the jailers, they look at you, they look at this gentleman. The gentleman does look sincere enough that he's not going to do any more damage. He shows them the key and says that this is what I was looking for. The only reason they were still keeping him is because of risk of further damage. And if that has been
He has assured us
removed, then
that he is going to leave. This Hamlet gentleman.
Okay. They unlock the jail cell, they let him out, and they then go to a side room and unlock that and return his belongings to him. You notice, although at the moment he is wearing really nice velvet and silk black robes, the items that they return to him, since you were so interested, is a few books, which obviously is wonderful for Emrys. A staff of a very strange looking wood. Traeth, if he's outside, might notice more on this wood when he leaves.
I was going to use a power perception sneaky.
You can
see what he's got.
Make it as I'm telling you, and then you can tell me the number afterwards. He is given back a dagger. He is given back a ring, and he is given back an amulet, as well as a money pouch with obviously less in it than he had. He was also given back a bunch of other mundane items like food, other basic living items. I'm not covering those mundane things.
115.
Oh.
Okay, not bad. You focus and concentrate. Nobody really cares the fact you're focusing and concentrating on his stuff. In fact, even the person that introduces himself afterwards, it tells you his name is Marthus. He notices you focusing on his items, and he doesn't hide them or be upset at the fact you're focusing on them. All 4 of the items I just listed have some kind of magical property. The only other thing you would have noticed, the way that you are looking, is the amulet does have the insignia of Orcus on it. And by the way that you're looking at those items so intently, to do a power perception, he does, in return, as a gift, say, do you wish one of my items as a reward? In which case he offers you either the staff, the dagger, the ring, or the amulet.
The ring.
He hands you the ring and says, yet again, you of all people need to be protected above all others. Please take the ring, and thank you for summoning the item that he had lost. And when you are ready to release him from your presence, we'll go about his duty.
I think your task is of the utmost urgency. I suggest you are on your way.
He then bows to you once again and does a quick nod to Rhiv, your manservant, and then heads out of the jail, at which point Traeth, Lumi and Ash, who were hanging around outside, notice this tall... He's actually about a good 6 foot something, you realise, which the only other human you've seen of this size is Ash. Because Ash is quite tall, because he's a high human, which means he's from Empire stock, as opposed to normal human stock. This gentleman is quite tall also. So, Traeth, as this person leaves, can you give me a general perception check, just to see how well you can focus on something before it's gone from your gaze?
No. Because I'm not interested in looking at anything else other than what I'm looking at the moment. So
which
I'm
is
going to refuse to make it. I'm staring at Lumi.
In that case, guys, you can carry on doing whatever you want to do and head to the tavern and etc.
That was not quite what I expected, Rhiv.
So, is he with you at this moment in time?
In every way. I'm coming out. We'll come out
behind
him, Ash. Sorry, yeah, we'll go. But as he's going away from us, out of his earshot, I look confused, Rhiv, to say the least.
So, do we call you Emrys?
No, he called me Janus Electum, which means absolutely nothing to me. How weird. Did you see his amulet of Orcus too?
So that's...
Let's talk to the others anyway. Come, we'll huddle near you.
He appears to be walking free.
That was very strange. Very strange indeed.
No.
He is... make sure he's not looking on his way.
Yeah, he's heading straight for the stables to head out the town.
He has been set forth to investigate what has happened to a certain ward in a town not far away that we are fully aware of, that unfortunately our good friend here, Rhiv, had a hand in. He was, some magical wards have been alerted and he has been sent to find out. And he originally had a key which would allow him access into there, which Rhiv has returned to him. We did not give him the details of how Rhiv had it. But he he gave me a name and said he has been having dreams with my face in and who I am. And a name that I do not recognize.
Okay. Are we to call you Emrys or this name that he has called you?
The name he called me means nothing to me. My name is Emrys Taliesin.
There we go. Emrys it is then.
So he goes to see what he can do about what happened for the accidental release of these creatures, which are apparently very powerful and very bad.
It makes sense that a ward placed would have some form of alarm if the ward has been broken down.
Indeed.
Especially if Rhiv wasn't looking for an alarm. So what was that, Lumi?
Been Emrys since birth?
Yes.
Let us get slightly drunk.
That's
He does alarm me.
Great idea for you guys.
Or for those who can't get drunk, let us show camaraderie and spirit by coming along and watching us get drunk.
And Traeth has pom-poms anyway.
I do.
Well, it was cold, and I didn't think they were that impressive.
Okay.
Did he have withdrawal symptoms?
You
on
walk
that note.
across the square, the village square, such, to the tavern opposite you. And you head on inside. It's as busy as it always is. It's quite a popular place. Blake straight away heads for the bar and orders you all the first round. Feld and Jack is in there with a bunch of various house guards. He hasn't noticed you at first, but he is doing his usual, oh, isn't everything just so wonderful here at the moment? There's not been any frogs attacking us for just ages. Oh, it's just so nice and peaceful again. And then in the meantime, you also notice three particular gentlemen standing around the corner of the bar in a little huddle that Rhiv and Emrys recognize. They're just eyeing the whole room.
Can we take one of the secluded tables with the screens near the window, around the left, and steer them away? Put myself between Ash and these three characters, so he can just fill my voluminous robe out so that they can't.
I would attempt the same, but I'm not nearly as big.
Well, it's just also worth pointing out
to make it
I'm not
difficult
wearing
for
the
him to
leathers.
see.
I'm wearing the lovely clothes that Luke.
Because you five are already part of the town, even though you haven't been here that long, when you enter the tavern, it means that the regulars don't look up and look at a bunch of strangers. They just briefly
kind of
piano
player doesn't stop playing.
Exactly. Some of them might give you a nod as though they are a mate, even though they're not.
Definitely give them a tip.
I'll give you like, ooh, and then they go back to their drink, which means that the three at the bar don't pay any particular attention to you as being strange. You clearly are just some more people who live in town.
So,
the three at the end of the bar were the ones we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
do you want me to kill them now?
God, no.
Oh.
I think this place has seen enough violence for the last couple of days.
I can take them out back and kill them.
Not just yet. Just see.
Maybe.
Okay.
Just see how it goes.
Come up with some sort of plan first, okay?
Oh,
That is
hello, you lovely people. Oh, I noticed you come on in, and I'm sorry I was busy. Oh, don't hide by here. Oh, it's Lumi. Oh, Lumi, you are looking
Hi.
radiant tonight. I must say, you
One
look
might say luminous.
absolutely luminous. Now, that's a wonderful... I will call you Luminous. So, how are you wonderful people? Did you solve the problem? Because it's all gone lovely and quiet.
Yes.
We have indeed.
There's not
Yes,
been
we
a
have.
bell ringing for a few nights now. 2 nights?
Oh,
There was a giant snake causing a ruckus, and that was causing the frogs to attack.
Oh,
fix the problem for you.
you fixed it as well. You haven't just found the problem. You fixed it. Oh,
Fixed it.
Indeed.
you
Would
are
you like
going to
to see
go
the
on my
spell?
special book, I tell you.
Would you like to see the skull?
You have a skull? Oh,
Yes.
I must come and see your skull. Luminous and her skull of Merryman as well. Right. I do believe I owe you
I am
people.
not a merry man.
Oh,
Yes.
don't say it like
then.
that. Of course you're a merry man. So I tell you, I will bring you all some nice, not tonight, tomorrow. I will take over to you. I hear you've got a wonderful residence. I must see your wonderful residence. I bet it's a palace.
Must see it.
I can
To
imagine it
pop and
now.
see us, are you?
Luminous going to live in a palace of light. I'm going to come over tomorrow and bring you all some nice money and some bogmog as a way of saying thank you from the whole of Tugton.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent indeed. In fact, we have a
Everybody,
suitable cart,
drinks are
don't we?
on me for tonight because our lovely heroes here have solved the problem with the frog folk. Luminescence and her fellow band have saved the day. Drinks are on me. There you
So,
go.
Rhiv,
Help
what was
yourself.
this about being quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Work out.
Ah, right. Okay.
I don't think we're capable of being quiet.
What was that, Lumi?
I don't know.
He takes one more moment where he looks at Lumi and goes, so radiant. And then he wanders off to go and talk to some other people.
He is
Spread-
not wrong. The hair
spread it-
oil has
Oh,
definitely done
he's a
something
wrong
for
and
your
all
hair.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm really conflicted about this guy. On the one hand, he's such a slime ball, but he's paid us, and we've got
No,
free
he hasn't.
drinks.
Not yet, he hasn't.
We'll be
Play the
paying us,
game,
and we
Rhiv.
have free drinks.
Play the game.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
sure.
He hasn't paid us.
Paying us.
Yet.
Yeah.
He will be here tomorrow, he said.
That's always the word. Yes.
He's expecting a palace. He's going to be sorely disappointed.
Are you sure he wasn't just referring to yourself?
I'm
Any
thinking we
room
were
in which you
expecting
live-
something else.
Any place in which you live with your friends in a healthy environment, palace.
But
Thank you
not
for
to
that.
that man.
Thank you
I'll
for that.
drink
That
to
man
that.
genuinely,
I'll drink to
genuinely
that.
thinks a palace is a palace. So.
Well,
Blake
you have
comes
more
over.
experience of that than the rest of us.
With some drinks and says, shit, and I just paid for these.
How
And then
much
puts them
did you?
down.
How much did you pay for them?
Oh, I just counted a couple of copper. He's
And
just...
I literally.
He will actually get it given back. It's not a problem. He's just
Okay.
being sarcastic.
Thank you, Blake.
Join us, Break.
Yes.
I do have a
Thank you,
question to ask you.
Yeah, he sits
You
down
are-
with you all. Yeah.
You are good enough with a bow to pin a man's hand to a tree at a short distance. Could you show me how to do that?
Oh, you wanna learn how to shoot, man? Yeah, I can show you that.
I need to
You
embrace
gotta
my
be-
heritage.
Gotta be calm though to shoot well. Yeah,
You appear to be very calm.
yeah.
Positively horizontal.
That's the way you want to be to shoot a bow accurate, man. Just take it calm.
You appear to have calmed down from your killing rage of earlier. That is good.
Yeah. I'm okay.
It sounds like
I'm
you've
okay.
taken some calms.
Yeah, I'm thinking something's happened back at house.
He does
Well,
seem to be an
this
awful lot more
one, yeah.
mellow than since he's had
Oh yeah.
a bit of time at the house.
Bit of a bowl.
Whatever works, eh?
It's amazing what you can
Whatever
find in a
works.
swamp.
Yes. Herbadocious.
Seeing what
So-
herbs can do.
Indeed, herbal remedies are excellent.
A bit of chamomile tea, I was thinking, maybe.
Yeah, indeed, of course.
Yes.
What else would it be?
Exactly.
So, we have
So,
beer to get,
indeed,
more days to kill.
indeed.
And that fella
And
that we
talking
met,
of killing.
what was his name? Matthias is going to investigate what has happened at that place.
And
And
speaking,
then return to our previous town.
Failed town. That's the one.
right then, in that case, originally we were talking about going back to Baletown. Sending somebody back to Baletown with the booze. But as I was talking to Lumi earlier, we do need to find out. I would like to find out about my clansmen and the reason why we were. Well, what happened to the people that we sent down to meet Lumi's people? Because I can't be the only person that's still alive. I am.
Need to find him.
I am one of the lowest of my of that wagon.
Yes,
We
but
should
you are not
definitely head back.
alone.
We should definitely head back.
I'm
if you,
quizzing about this man that we've met. Why he called me the name he called me. It's
I had a
thrown me
thought
into
on that
very
one,
much
Emrys.
confusion.
If you
You look like somebody. What was your
Mm,
thought, Rhiv?
less of a
Mm.
name and more of a title.
It means naught to me, though, Rhiv. The title or the name, whichever way. Perhaps I shall. I think I need some time to think of this, because there's more than a mystery.
Indeed.
All of you, can you please pick a number between 1 and 10? And don't pick the
Oh,
same.
God.
You can't
Do
pick
we
the
have-
same number.
Has to be 7.
7. Oh, you swine! I wanted 7.
Emrys got a 7
Too
first.
slow.
3.
Too slow.
9.
And Lumi's got 2. Rhiv?
Is 5 called?
No.
No.
All right.
The
it
other
is now.
number.
Okay,
5 or 7.
because I've rolled these numbers beforehand, you had no idea which ones you were picking, but 7 is actually open-ended.
Oh.
Emrys, as you're talking to everybody else, your little sixth sense goes off a little bit and says, look up, at which point you see 3 gentlemen walking towards your table.
Oh shit.
Ah. I shall step up as if I was getting up anyway.
At that point, they address all of you, mainly you, because you're the one that's now made yourself the inadvertent spokesman of the group by standing up. And the 3 of them say, Hi, guys, do you want to earn some money?
Doing what, may I ask?
We're looking for a lady by the name of Delphine. There's a gold piece in it for all of you. If you can come back and tell me where the bloody hell she is. She's in this town somewhere, we're sure of it. Delphine, she's from Baletown. If you find her, we'll be hanging out around this tavern for the next few days. Come and see us. Gold piece. An actual gold piece.
What has this person done?
There's a bounty on her head. That's all you need to know, and we're here to collect that bounty. So if you find her, she's a bad person, okay? Don't go messing with her. Don't go near her. If you know where Delphine is, let us know. Give you all the gold piece. We'll deal with this person, okay?
Thank you very much for your information, gentlemen.
No
We
worries.
shall keep our eyes open.
You do
Hey?
that. You do that. We'll be here.
And drinks are on the house tonight. so
I've heard,
have yourself
thanks to
a
you
drink.
guys, some frogs or something. So you guys seem to be the people to go and find this Delphine, okay? Don't mess with her. My name is Snide.
Why
Come
am
and
I
see
not
me here.
surprised?
Come and see me here. And gold piece, each of you. With that, they turn and head back towards the bar.
We're doing our job for them.
Yeah, I think we'll find that person and let them know. See what we can find out would be, I think, our modus operandi, don't you?
Mm.
What's the name of our NPC, elfin NPC?
Faye Minami is the one that you were thinking of. No, that's
That's
not.
fine.
She's
We're
not
not
Delphin
aware.
name.
We're not aware of this name. I don't recognize this name.
You, with your memory, Emrys, it rings a bell. You just obviously
Okay,
need a moment to
pushed
think.
that out. There's been much on my mind.
Can I make a memory check with I got a 9, I got a plus 15 on
If you
that,
can ask me who, if you can tell me who you think it is, I'll let you have a memory check.
Okay then.
Trying to work back on it.
Was it the proprietor of the Tugton supply store?
No.
No, okay, I can't remember the names at all. Oh boy.
Wasn't someone we met in Bale Town, was it?
No, it was.
Did we ever get the name of the barman's daughter?
You did, correct. And you also know her father, Gorgamane. And we will end the show there. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you like some of the new look and some of the new graphics that have been going on this episode.
Clicky,
Like and subscribe, people.
Yeah,
YouTube
like and
and
subscribe. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and see you all for the next episode.
Good night!